Welcome back to the news at 10. All commercial drivers who park their vehicles on roadsides in Lagos State are now to face severe consequences. Now, this warning is coming from the state governor, Babatunde Fashola, while he was inspecting the Oshodi area of the state today. He also commissioned a market in Oshodi and a park in Bagada.
Oshodi. Once a rowdy and crowded section of Lagos is still receiving attention. The transformation continues as Governor Babatunde Fashola and his team visits Musafejo area in Oshodi to inspect and tell the residents about the developmental plan they have for the area.
If you want us to develop this place, there will be some discomforts. And then some people will come here and tell you, oh, this government does not like you poor people. I'm going to leave you and your leaders to meet, create the land here, and we will start a housing development for you.
It was also an opportunity for him to sound a warning to drivers who use the road as their park.
You can't do transport business without finding parking space. Yes. As long as you park on the road, then you are defeating the purpose for which the road is built. The road is for pedestrians and motorists and Marwa to be able to move, not your parking space. After you have driven past your bus, your downfall bus, drop your passengers, go and look for parking space.
In spite of the transformation, Oshodi is still densely populated, and that means more amenities for them. The Oshodi resettlement markets in Isopako Dowo, being commissioned by the governor, is another addition to the list.
A lot of accidents happen on our roads when people are walking on the street. But in order to take them away from the street, we are providing markets. So it is important that as we provide this market, people also move away from the street.
From Oshodi to Bagada, where a park has also been commissioned and dedicated in memory of late Alao Bashon.
Hey, Mr. Man! Hey, Mr. Man!
First Bank, truly the first.
Indeed, it's time for business news. Here's Loretta Chogo. Loretta.
Hi, Joma. Thank you. Nigeria's economy may emerge as the largest on the African continent and among the top 30 in the world. That's after the GDP rebasing expected this year. This is according to the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry. In its 2014 Economic and Business Outlook, the Chamber expects the economy to be characterized largely by macroeconomic and investment climate conditions that prevailed in 2013. According to the press release signed by the President of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Mr. Remi Bello, the GDP growth will remain strong at over 6% relative to global average of 3.1%. The positive outlook of the global economy is expected to also impact positively on crude oil prices, which could serve to sustain the current economic growth of the country. 485 billion naira has been proposed by the Rivers State government for the 2014 fiscal year. Presenting the budget before the State Assembly, Governor Chibike Amechi noted that the figure was 0.98% lower than the 2013 budget of 490 billion naira. The governor stated that the 2014 budget focuses on completion of existing projects in the state, especially in the areas of road construction, health, agriculture, urban development, and power. He, however, said that the state did not achieve its projected revenue for the previous year, attributing the shortfall to the activities of oil theft and other challenges facing the state.
With due consultations with relevant stakeholders within and outside the public service, we are proposing an aggregate budget of 485.524 billion naira for the year 2014. This is 4.797 billion naira. That's 0.98% lower than the 2017 budget of 490. The focus of the budget will be on completing ongoing projects in health, education, roads, transport, power, water, and agriculture, and other critical infrastructure. The capital requirement positions are 247.573 billion and 237.950 billion respectively. Our capital to recurrent ratio is 49% for the financial year 2014. 12.49 as against 70.20 achieved as December this outgoing year.
Well, stockbrokers' optimism and investors' interests in the Nigerian stock market has again closed the trading activities in the North Territory. The NSE industrial goods sector also sustained its upward trend through price gains in the stocks of Dangote Cement.
Key on the pack is the bellwether stock, industrial giants Dangote Cement. We've seen a rise to 235, about the highest also recorded by this particular company. And if you do recall, Dangote Cement certainly is one of the prime movers in the market. A few others also have joined the Guinness Park. We saw a USCN, a USC Property, we saw Mansard, and a few others, I expect the rally on Dangote Cement to continue. I expect also GT Bank to also do a lot better. A few other banks or banking stocks should actually do better by tomorrow. Diamond Bank particularly, yes, is getting I think about 10 kobo today. I expect and look forward to better performance tomorrow.
And still from the local bourse, BC Coca gives us a summary of the day's trading. Hello and welcome to the Stock Markets Reports. The Nigerian equities market continued its uptrend movement as key indicators appreciated by 0.72%. The share index ended Tuesday's session at 41,806.73 with a market capitalization of 13.37 trillion naira. 14 equities appreciated, led by Dangote Cement, UACN, and Cadbury. And on the flip side, 47 stocks that shed weight with the Total, Cornwell, and Owando topping the laggards list. First Bank of Nigeria Holdings was one of the day's most active stocks with over 78.34 million units traded. Other top stocks that traded include Unity Bank and Resorts Savings and Loans. And when the closing bell rang, investors had in 6,448 deals, exchanged over 417 million units for 6.34 billion naira. And that's a wrap on the stock market reports. I am BC Coca. Well, February 1st will be a historic day in the United States of America and the whole world as Janet Yellen begins her 4-year term as leader of the U.S. Federal Reserve Bank, taking over from Ben Bernanke. Mr. Bernanke steps down as chairman of the country's central bank after serving in that capacity for 8 years. 56 senators had voted to confirm her nomination while 26 opposed. Ms. Yellen takes over at the time when the U.S. economy is trying to rebound from the depths of recession. Many economists expect her to focus on how to nurture growth, keep short-term interest rates low, and win the economy of the bond buying program. And of course, that's it on business. It's back to you, Joma, for the rest of the news.
First Bank, truly the first.
Well, we're still looking at efforts to fight crime in 2014, and a 19-year-old school leaver is among the first set of suspects arrested by the police in Lagos. Ikechukwu Ebo was arrested by the police in the Badagry area of Lagos for allegedly killing another teenager. He claimed his action was prompted by his pastor. Now, the police public relations officer, Ngozi Braid, told journalists at the state CID in Banti that the suspects will be charged to court.
I told the person that I need 100,000, and I say I should start, go and find the guy and hold his leg. He will shoot the shit, I should bring it to him. And I go and hold the girl on his neck. And I hold, how did you get the girl? I called the girl. I used to go to that place. The girl, they used to put food, and I go there. I knew the girl before. And I went to that shop and call her to uncompleted building, Natal office, abandoned Natal office, and I called her. They said I want to show her something. And I follow me. And I locked the door, and I follow me enter there, and I hold her neck. And I hold her neck, and I die. She now shit. And somebody, they now cut me.
This boy was arrested in an uncompleted building. The security man guarding that building informed the police that he saw him entering that building with a little girl of 12 years. A few minutes later, he heard the girl screaming. And thereafter, they saw Ikechukwu leaving the place. So the man suspected foul play and raised an alarm. So when the neighbors gathered, they arrested him, entered the building, and discovered that this little girl they saw with him a few minutes ago was dead.
Still ahead on the news at 10, Belgian doctors discover new treatment for anterior cruciate ligament. You want to hear this one? That will be on sports. Do join us again.